Welcome to AngularJS tutorials. Two-way data binding in AngularJS. Before discussing about two-way data binding in AngularJS, let's look at data binding in classical template system. In classical template system, the system will first took the template and model. It will merge both at one time. Then it will be rendered onto the browser view. If you want to read values again from the view, it's not directly possible. It's not automated. If we want to read values from the view, first we need to identify the control, then we need to read the value of that particular control. That's the way we need to read values from the rendered view. But in case of AngularJS, the template will be compiled, then rendered onto the view along with model data. Here what happens is, if you change the model, view will be automatically updated with changed data or modified data. Then after that, if you want to read values from view, some input controls on the view, if you change the value on the view, the model will be automatically updated in the AngularJS template. So here the two-way data binding will work. Actually, if you change the data from the view, it will be automatically updated to model. If you change the data inside model, that will be automatically updated to the view. So it is a continuous process. Here the original data will be resides always at model. Let's look at some example that represents two-way data binding. Here the text box is having text orange. The middle one, a cube with orange color, that will be dynamically uh, colored with that text entered in the text box, and the above text on that cube is a value inside a model. And these buttons are, I will use these buttons to modify the model data. Then I'll use this text box to modify the model data. So here we can see two-way data binding clearly. Let's look at this example. This is my example. So here I'm creating one model, one property inside scope, my color, but I'm defaulting this with red color. Then here I took one table, one row and three columns. In the first column I just created a text box with ng model my color. You know about an ng model attribute. It's a AngularJS directive. So this my color is a scope property and we are using it as a model. Now this is a model inside scope. Okay, this is model inside scope. I'm defaulting that with some text called red. So by default it is having red text, so that will be binded to this text box. So by default this text box will be rendered with red text. Then I'm displaying that model here. Just want to verify what is there inside, what is the value inside that model. After that I took a small div with the background color whatever entered inside text box. Then height is 100 pixel, width is 100 pixel, just to display a little bit blocker kind of. Then here I just created, in third column I just created buttons, input type buttons, to change this model value. So here I'm programmatically changing the model value. So we can see that when I am clicking on this button, my color model will be changed to red. If I click on this button, my color model will be changed to blue color. So based on the, we are changing modal value here. Automatically this div color should be changed, this span value should be changed, then this text box value should be changed. So this is when we update the model. Then if we update the control inside view, if you type some color name in the text box, it will be automatically updated to this span value, div color, and this model. Okay, so here from button to this is modifying from backend, from control to this is modifying from the view. Okay, let's run this. This is the output. By default it loaded with red color. Let's look at modifying value from the text box. I'm modifying this value to orange. See that whatever I am typing here, see that here the model value is automatically changing. So I just want to look at the model value whether it is changing or not. So I'm displaying here. That is the purpose of why I'm displaying here. ORANGE. See that it's automatically changing. Then green, black, like this. Whatever the color you entered in this text box will be automatically updated inside model and that cube color. So I deleted, there is no value inside this text model and this div. Now I want to click this change to green. Till now we tested from UI to model. Now I want to test model to UI. This is second way. See that I clicked on change it to green. What we wrote here, if I click on change it to green, green will be assigned to our model. So that's what happened. That model is automatically updated here, automatically updated our input control. Everything is done. Whoever is linked with that model is updated. Okay. Now I'm clicking on change to orange. Everything is changed to orange. So when I am clicking on this button, it is internally modifying our model value, blue, green. You can do this from here also, red, like this. So this is how we can see two-way data binding is working in AngularJS. This is the sample code. We just added one modal property, my color. Then I took one input text box. I used ng model my color. Then I'm displaying my color inside a span element. Then I took a div style background color is a dynamic value picked from the model. Then height is 100 pixel, width is 100 pixel. I simply took input buttons with ng click. We are going to discuss about these ng clicks in further videos, not a problem. I'm changing model to appropriate color inside click event. Okay, this is a simple example representing two-way data binding in AngularJS. Thank you for watching.